Good morning.
Good morning.
See? We never start this.
Good morning. I know. I love telling you, we're learning about Zoom together.
Yeah, it's only been 3 years.
That's exactly right. Yeah, but I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for
Yes.
joining us this morning,
Yes,
John.
ma'am.
Yeah.
So we just had the privilege of seeing your sweet little one go out the door to school.
Hattie,
And
she was
she's so cute.
Her mama was putting her bow in her hair.
Absolutely.
Gosh, it makes me sad. I know you still have that to look forward to. Sally would slap me if I tried to put a bow in her hair.
Well, you have the memories, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, because we know you're a busy fella, we're gonna roll right into it.
Okay, that's great. I'm excited. First of all, you guys, I just want to say it got cold. Woo!
It did.
I
We're in
mean,
sweaters, we're in a long
wow.
sleeve.
Okay.
I'm happy about
I'm
that.
just grateful that we made it through through Halloween with warmer weather for the little trick-or-treaters who
That's
would have
true.
been chilly out there.
It's true.
Yeah, it really worked out beautifully. It was like, now it's time for fall. I
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah, I thought that was a gift. Okay, John, I'm sorry. I think I've had too much coffee already.
It happens.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. You guys, we are so lucky this morning because we have Captain John Markham here with us this morning from the Morehead City Fire Department.
Woo, woo. So this past week,
Yeah.
or 1 week ago today, was National First Responders Day. And of course, to show appreciation to all of the first responders in our community and in our town is a big task. And we decided this year to really say thank you to the folks at the fire departments. So we wanted to sit down with John today, kind of to learn a little bit more about your role, all that goes into it, and then how our community can support our local fire.
That's exactly right. So
folks.
our big picture vision is that every year around National First Responders Day, we will choose a different portion of our first responder community and kind of learn more about them and focus on them and that kind of thing. So you are you're kicking it off for us, John. This
I got you.
I know. Well, we're really excited. So tell us a little bit about yourself as far as, how long have you been with the fire department? What exactly does your role entail? We'd love to learn.
Okay. So I've been in the fire service for right at 13 years.
Okay.
I've been with Morehead for coming up right at 7 years.
Cool.
And so as a captain at Morehead City Fire Department, I basically supervise a crew, so a station with a fire engine and an ambulance. So day to day, that is what my job looks like.
So what are some things, speaking of day to day, like what are some things that people don't know about about your
Great
role
question.
specifically? Like, are there some things that happen
Yeah.
that you want people
Good
to know
question.
about?
So yeah, I think kind of like just overall, sometimes when we're at the grocery store, some people don't realize that when we're buying groceries, when you see us pushing a grocery cart in the grocery store, we're buying our own groceries. I think some people are under the impression sometimes that the fire department is buying our groceries, but we supply all of our own food and cook while we're at work, just like a family would at the house. So when we go to the grocery store and go back to the station, we're cooking for ourselves.
I never knew
So,
that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We actually saw you at the grocery store on Sunday.
Oh, did you?
Yep. We
Okay.
randomly ran into each
I
other.
ran
and I
into
was like,
Mag and then
I think that's John.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. So we're buying our own groceries, and
Okay.
so at Morehead, we stay at the station for 48 hours straight.
Okay.
Some places are 24 hours. Morehead, we do 48 hours straight.
Okay.
So when we're there, we have to cook. So it's kind of like a second family. When we're at work, we eat, sleep, we do everything while we're there for 48 hours straight. So a lot of people don't realize that about Morehead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how long do you have off, John? How does that work?
Then we have 4 days off.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're there for 2 days, gone for 4. So essentially, during our career, we'll be at the fire department for 1/3 of our life. So
Wow.
Well, that puts it in perspective. Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
actually. And how many folks are there with you on your team? Like when you're there, how big is your family at the fire
So
station?
at one particular station in Morehead, we have 5 at one station. And then overall for the entire shift, we have 3 stations. So there'll be 15 people, give or take, if someone's on vacation, but about 15 people per day
Okay.
across the city.
And it sounds like too, I mean, the fact that you're gone for 2 full days and you have a family and all of that, it sounds like it's got to be a big team effort at home too. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's not just me being at work for 48 hours. It's also my family being at the house, and all the other people we work with, families are at the house for that same amount of time without us there. So for the most part, our families have become very independent in the sense of if a faucet is leaking or the toilet's broken or any one of those number of things, my wife has become Miss Fix It. She can fix
Yeah.
just about everything
You've
in the
got
house.
to.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. One day she FaceTimed me and she had the whole garbage disposal taken off of the sink and unwired and taken apart. So, yeah,
I
very well versed. Our
love that.
families take on that role as well. So it's
That
not
makes
just
me
us.
so
Sure.
happy. Is there anything else that surprises people about your role?
Yeah, we're regular humans. I think some people think that like sometimes we have some superhuman strength or power, but we're just regular people that are just willing to do a little bit extra sometimes. So our training, I would say we do more training than we actually do responding to emergencies.
Huh.
But the whole purpose of that is for when those emergencies come up, it's more of a reaction for us, and it's just second nature at that point. But a lot of it is built in our training so that way when those calls come out, we can just handle them appropriately like it's second nature.
Man, that's really
Interesting.
cool. That is really interesting.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
So, John, last question in this vein. What do you love about it? Like what just really lights you up about this?
I like helping people, just serving people. I think that's a calling for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's the part that I enjoy the most is just being able to serve people. And when people call 911, not all the time is it necessarily an emergency. But a lot of times when people call 911, it could be the worst day of their life or they're going through something terrible in that moment. And we can come in and help them in those moments. So that to me, that's a really important aspect of our job.
Yeah, you guys serve as a comfort and, the first person who might come into contact with that person having a really bad day too.
Exactly.
So that's something that you guys don't, I'm assuming don't get trained on necessarily. It's just you guys as humans being there for other people.
Yeah, just a kind of a learned trait over time. And again, just passionate and feel like it's more of a calling than anything else.
Sure.
That's really neat. That's really inspiring.
Absolutely.
So yeah. So as far as us in the community,
Mhm.
I mean, how can we better support you guys?
So I don't think better support. I think that our community does a phenomenal job supporting us. But simple things, just saying thank you. Thank you for your service. That stuff goes a long ways. More than people realize, I think. And I think another thing is like fundraisers around town that you see for the first responders. I know a lot of fire departments do T-shirt sales for breast cancer awareness, softball games, boots and badges games, stuff like that. Just fundraisers. A lot of times, those are the things in our community that we aren't necessarily responding to, but we still do care about those people and love those people and want to help in some way. It's just our nature. So that's our way of helping those people that may be battling cancer or going through a rough time, are doing those fundraisers. And that's a way that we like to help support them in that sense.
I love that. Okay, so
That's a good one.
what we're hearing is when we see you at the grocery store, because it'll happen again.
Yeah.
We are saying thank you, and also staying, abreast of all of the events you guys have. I know you guys have a Facebook page. Any fundraisers you guys have. I think that's so smart. I mean, when you think about it, you're like, oh, duh. But then sometimes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And so it's supporting y'all and the impact that you're striving to have in the community.
I love that.
Exactly. Yep. It's helping us help the people that we're not necessarily responding to, but that we care and love about. So
I love that.
That's really
It feels
good.
so warm and fuzzy.
I know. This is really good.
It is.
This is really good.
So, John, thank you for everything today. I think
absolutely.
I think that I learned a lot about kind of the behind the scenes of everything. It's definitely a team effort with you guys and the families that come along with you. And
I feel like it's just a glimpse into kind of what it's really like.
Yeah.
For you and for your family.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But we do have a final question for you before we let you
What's
go.
that?
As I hit you.
She goes, wait, John, what is saving your life right now?
What is saving my life right now? There are multiple different things that are saving my life. The fact I have a roof over my head, I'm grateful for that. But I think overall, it got explained to me. These key principles for me have been explained in several different ways. But if you think about it like a triangle, there's 3 points on a triangle. And for me specifically, those 3 points represent like faith, family, and friendship. Those are the 3 things that keep me grounded. I mean, those things saved my life. So those three things combined with one another, in that order, is essentially what keeps me going.
I love
So-
that.
That's really good. Thank you for that, John. That's
Yeah.
really good. I definitely feel inspired for this conversation. And we just want you to know how grateful we are for you and for your crew and for everybody who serves in roles similar to yours that just serve our community with such huge hearts. And we're just appreciative of you guys.
Well, thank y'all very much. And thank you for the coffee. That helps keep us going too.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Absolutely.
John, thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. Y'all too.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, John is so nice.
It
And
was really great.
he's good friends with Lana, who's on our team, and
Yeah.
she connected us. And so
Thanks,
glad you
Lana.
did. Oh,
I know. I had never met John.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
lovely. So
Yeah.
next time we're at the grocery store, we ran into each other this Sunday doing our weekly grocery,
Mhm.
and you had a cart full of cupcakes for Walter's birthday.
Correct.
And which made me giggle actually thinking about it
mhm.
after. And then I saw John. We hadn't met in person yet.
love
So
that. It
next
was a
time we'll
little-
say thank you.
Yeah.
Love
Great.
it.
I love this.
What's saving your life?
I think that what is saving my life is that feeling like I have a choice. I want to be clear. It's cold now. It is November now. Thanksgiving is in what, like 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm really saying, people, is that the train has left the station. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like November 1st, it's like we're off. Like,
Yeah.
we're off to these next 2 months, which are such a whirlwind. And what's saving my life is that I have a choice on whether or not I decide to embrace it and just go with it, or to complain about how it's,
Yeah.
too early and
Stressful.
it's,
Yeah.
and it's stressful and all these things. And so I'm just going to try and bring myself back to just that I'm really lucky that, and that I get to have this. And to your point, about, we talked about this earlier, just that, Sally's going to be a senior next year,
Yeah.
just as far as time's passing. And
It
so,
is.
and every year brings a unique opportunity. You're never going to get it again.
Exactly.
That holiday season. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
How about you?
That actually, that was on my mind too. We just sent our holiday magazine to the printer. Woo, woo. So that'll be in mailboxes the week of Thanksgiving. But Mary Cheatham's note in there was talking about that exact
Yeah.
concept of sometimes, and I'm guilty of this too, we're like, oh, it's too early to put up the tree, or it's like too early to start listening to Christmas music, when like you have the power to determine.
You get to
that.
choose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other day, Sean was like, can we put the tree up on November 1st? So this past Wednesday. And I was like, no. And then I was like, wait, like, why not?
I love that.
Like, it's just such a happy season. And I don't know, you don't have to follow a timeline.
No, you don't.
Just
You
do
do
what you want.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly
I thought that was a good one. So I'm excited for other people to read your note, because it was one of my favorites.
Well, that's so nice. That's so nice. It sure does kind of feel like the holidays already, even
I know.
though, I don't want to skip through Thanksgiving because I love it.
True.
So I'm excited about that too.
And you're hosting.
I know. More to come on that.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. Happy Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.